Hi guys, I'm Sly Guy. I'm here with a draft breakdown from the new draft league I'm in, the SDL. Why am I doing a draft breakdown when I've never done one before in the FBL? Well, because I have a team logo now, so it might as well do it. Seems more professional. I'm Sly, coach of the San Antonio Espurrs. Logo obviously was made by my beautiful fiance, If It at Midnight. I can love a logo. Yes, San Antonio Espurrs. Obviously, it's a play on San Antonio Spurs, which is the city where my lovely fiance lives, so I had to do it. I'm pretty happy with it. But yes, I am in a new draft league. FBL probably won't start for a bit. I'll be doing the FBL again. And yeah, on this draft league, I gotta be honest, it seems a lot more challenging than the FBL league that I was in when it comes to skilled players. Definitely seems like a lot of competition. There's 16 other coaches. I'm one of the 16. I'm in the upper division too. I'm in the higher division. They don't know my play style or anything. They don't know how I play or anything, but they put me in the higher division. Two viewers, Bennett, who made the FBL, and then Moth is also in that league, but they both are in the lower division, so I won't be playing them at all, which sucks because easy dubs, am I right? I'm just kidding. But yeah, there's 11 mons in this team. Everybody gets 11 mons, right? It's a snake style draft. If somebody picks a mon, nobody can use it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. It's national decks, including Mega, so every Pokemon is allowed. And this league has allowed some crazy stuff. It's just that some of them have, some Pokemon just can't, learn moves. Like, Magearna's allowed, but it can't use Agility or Shift Gear. Kyurem Black is allowed, but I can't use Dragon Dance. Naganadel is allowed. Heckin'... What are some other crazy picks here? Darkrai is allowed. Deoxys Speed, Deoxys Defense is allowed. There is tons of crazy Pokemon here, and unfortunately, Landorus is allowed. I think even with sheer force, Landorus is allowed. Crazy Pokemon are allowed in this league. It's heckin' nuts. And I didn't draft anything crazy or insane. I draft pretty modestly. So my team is going to be a little boring compared to some people's. But in this league, I just wanted to use one Pokemon. And the one Pokemon that I really wanted to use was Regieleki. Because Regieleki is one of the newest Pokemon to come out of the Sword and Shield DLC. And I love the Regis, and Regieleki has now just became my favorite Regi of all time. I like the design of it. I like that it's literally the fastest Pokemon in existence with 200 base speed. And its move pool is shallow, but at least its electric moves hit pretty hard with its ability, Transistor. So, I like Regieleki, I wanted to use it. So, my first pick of the draft, finally going on with my team, is Tapu Coco. I drafted Tapu Coco again. I had Tapu Coco in the FBL last season, and I'm doing Tapu Coco again because, one, electric terrain can easily help Regieleki's electric attacks even more. So I thought it will help out Regieleki. And Tapu Coco, pretty decent, pretty fast, 130 base speed. It can be mix attack or it can be a screen setter. It has defog. So it's called Mine. So I think Tapu Coco, pretty good mon. My second pick of the draft league, I went with Regieleki. And there's a point-based system. Like the highest point in Pokemon is 20 points. Tapu Coco was 17 points and is the highest mon that I picked. Regieleki is 15 points. I picked Regieleki next because it was the mon that I wanted to use most. And it's a good thing I picked it then because I sniped somebody right after, because the next second person after me was going to pick Regieleki. So I picked it just in time. I sniped the heck out of somebody. Felt bad for sniping, but didn't feel bad at the same time because I got Regieleki on my team now. So, 2 electric types on my team already. I obviously have a ground weakness. But My third pick happened. Oh, and my spot was pretty bad. I was the 14th pick to pick Vermont, so it took forever for me to get to my first pick. But then I got to pick my second pick like right away. But then it took a really, really, really long time for my third pick. And then my third pick, I thought since I got terrain, get an unburdened mon, and I picked the best unburdened mon in the game, Hawlucha. So Hawlucha obviously can benefit in the terrain. If I rock an Electric Seed, get that immediate unburdened boost, get a +1 defense boost with Tapu Coco, and it can hopefully just wreak havoc. So I'm pretty happy with the first three picks. My team is ranked 9th in the division with power rankings. They have a power ranking thing and everything, pretty professional and stuff. They rank my team in the 9th best team out of the 16 teams, so not that great. One person really hated my team, but it's too gimmicky because it's a terrain team. Oh well. My next pick, I chose to pick my dragon. I actually did get sniped. I wanted Kyurem as my dragon, but somebody picked Kyurem before me, so can't pick Kyurem. So I went with Hydreigon, because Hydreigon, one, it has Levitate, because even though Hawlucha's flying type, I still don't want to have a massive ground weakness. I got a lot of good, decent checks to ground Pokemon now. I don't have, my team, I made sure that I don't have a big ground weakness. So, Hydreigon against Levitate, so no problem with ground types. Dark type, there's a lot of threatening psychic types in this league. There's Mega Alakazam, there's the Mega Lotties, there's both Mega Lotties, there's the Deoxys Speed and Deoxys Defense, like I said, Mew. There are tons of threatening psychic types in this league, so Hydreigon gonna be a good check for those. Hits hard. It's not the fastest mon, but it has Dragon Dance and Boost that I can Scarf it. My team is already fast in general, so having a Pokemon with Hydreigon speed tier as well is really well. I really wanted a Kyurem, but Hydreigon is cool. I'm happy with Hydreigon. I don't think I'll change Hydreigon, but I am happy with the team I have. I don't even think I'm going to be making any sort of transactions. Next up, I don't have my Mega yet, and I had a Mega in mind from like the very start. For just some reason, I just felt like I wanted to use this Mega, but I didn't pick my Mega yet because most people had their Megas already, and I was really didn't think that nobody would snipe my Mega. But my next pick after Hydreigon is I picked Klefki. I really like Klefki. Klefki is probably my favorite Pokemon with a Prankster ability. I really like Grimmsnarl though as a Prankster Pokemon, but I think Klefki does a little bit more. Steel Fairy, great type, and it has a ground weakness, but it does get the move Magnet Rise. And it has spikes, Prankster Screams if I want it. It also gets Defog, so Prankster Defog. Steel Fairy, great typing. It can be a Calm Minesweeper if I wanted to. And the most important, one of the bigger reasons why I wanted Klefki is just because I can Prankster Switcheroo Brain Target people. Because obviously I'm going to have a problem with ground types. But if I give him a good old little Ring Target, I can hit the Pokemon. They no longer have an electric weakness. So that's like that's pretty much like the main reason I got Klefki, but otherwise with Spike Hazards, very useful, Screens very useful, Prankster status conditions very useful, and I like Klefki. So really excited to use it. I hope I can use it. My next pick, I finally picked my Mega. I chose Mega Slowbro as my Mega. I don't know why. I was just feeling Mega Slowbro. I just really wanted. I just looked at it. I was like, it's really good. It has a massive defense stat. It is definitely going to be my big defensive wall. Like a physically offensive Pokemon is going to have a huge hard time dealing with Slowbro. Mega Slowbro. I don't have to evolve my Mega turn 1 as soon as it's in, so I can get that Regenerator as long as I can. And Shell Armor is a good ability, because I can set up Calm Minds without worrying about getting crit. And just not worrying about getting crit in general is very good, because RNG is a pain sometimes in Pokemon. So overall, I think it's a good Water type. It's a decent Psychic type. It has great coverage. It gets Body Press too with its massive defense stats, so I'll probably dabble. I imagine I'll be dabbling with that. It gets teleport if I want to use teleport. Good pivot. And yeah, I was just really feeling Slowbro Mega Slowbro. I really hope I can work with it. My next pick, I decided. I forgot my process here. I was trying to fill up my, trying to get my water, grass, and fire core set up. And I was really debating on what fire type I wanted. I was thinking of Talonflame, but I realized I already have 2 flying types. And Talonflame would have been cool, I think. But I decided, I saw Pokemon, and it just really piqued my interest. One, I thought it got Shadow Sneak, but it doesn't get Shadow Sneak. Alright, my next pick, I picked Dhelmise. Dhelmise, really cool mon, really solid mon. Dhelmise has decent stats defensively. It gets Synthesis. I can run Assault Vest. It has a wide offensive move pool with a lot of coverage. It's pretty much 3 type-ins with Steel Worker. It gets Steel Stab. So it pretty much has 3 stab type-ins. Ghost, Grass, Steel. So, since Klefki is not really going to be an offensive Pokemon, I can use Dhelmise as my offensive Steel-type Pokemon if I really wanted to, so I thought that was cool. And I really thought it had Shadow Sneak. I really thought it had priority. Because I don't have priority on my team at all from what I'm looking. Maybe something has like Quick Attack, and Klefki gets priority in Prankster, obviously. But nothing else has priority, so that's kind of disappointing. I could have sworn that Dhelmise got Shadow Sneak. It does get Poltergeist though, which is a great move. But I don't think Poltergeist works on Mega Pokemon. I gotta figure that out, but I don't think it works on Mega Pokemon. And Dhelmise also gets Rapid Spinner. Dhelmise and Klefki will probably be my 2 main hazard removers, because I don't really want to use Coco or Hydreigon as those. Dhelmise hits hard. It is pretty slow, but at least it has tanky defensive stats to at least take a couple hits. I can rock. It's a good Assault Vest mon, good Choice Bander, really good attack stat, really strong offensive moves. So yeah, I'm still feeling Dhelmise, even though it doesn't get Shadow Sneak. My next pick, I picked my Fire type. Really not. My biggest complaint, I got 2 complaints about my team. 1, no priority, and 2, my Fire type sucks, because my Fire type is Pyroar. I was thinking about Typhlosion, but I went with Pyroar just because it was normal type and just because it's a little bit faster than Typhlosion. I might just change. I might swap Pyroar for Typhlosion though, and then maybe I can just get something else that's higher points from something. Maybe I can get maybe, I don't know. I might change Pyroar for like an even bit more budget of a Fire type, because Pyroar is really not that great. It's decently fast. It doesn't hit that hard though. It was the most appealing Fire type in my opinion with how much points I had left. You only get 115 points, I believe. 115 points. And you have to pick 11 slots. You have to pick a Mega. I already picked my Mega, but yeah. And there's bottom of the barrel picks, especially when you get like Pokemon that cost 1 point or 2 points. Bottom of the barrel picking. So I wanted Pyroar as a Fire type. And also my normal type, because I wouldn't have had a normal type prior. I don't think a normal type is really necessary in drafting, but it's there, so it's a ghost immunity, so that's cool at least. Has a decent move pool. Doesn't have really any setup though, which sucks. And not the best abilities, but we'll see if it does. We'll see if it can do work or not. If I decide to even keep it on my team. My next pick is I need a ground type. I don't have a ground type yet. So I really wanted to pick Mudsdale because I really love Mudsdale. You guys know how much I love Mudsdale, but I just did not have enough points for it I was just 1 point off. So I went with Rhydon instead. I went with Rhydon. One, it gets Rock Stab. Rock is pretty good offensive move. Rhydon, pretty bulky with Eviolite, especially on the defensive side. It's not very specially defensive at all, but I got really nothing for that. But moving on. I don't really. It's weak to 4 times weak to grass and water, but I don't have too big a problem with those 2 types. Stealth Rock Setter is going to be my main Stealth Rock Setter. It's actually my only Stealth Rock Setter, so if I want rocks, I got a rock for Rhydon, which I guess is not too big of a deal. Rhydon's a decent Stealth Rocker. It hits hard, it has a really good attack stat, wide move pull. I can do like double dance, like Rock Polish Sword Dance, if I really wanted to run an offensive set. Oh yeah, I'm happy with Rhydon. I'm happy with it. I definitely probably would have wanted Mudsdale still, but I like Rhydon. Next up, I picked my Ice type because I don't have an Ice type yet since I got sent Kyurem. I was really looking at the Nilux, but once again to try to save up on my points, Venus was too much for me. It was only 5 points, but still. This one is not bad. I picked Articuno as my Ice type. Once again, another ground immunity. And Dumine is also ground resistance, so Mega Slowbro can hit most ground types super effectively. So I'm really not fearing ground types with this team that I got, so that's good. Articuno, I think Articuno is pretty bulky in this especially defensive side. So I could use Articuno if I really wanted to, but Articuno can also defog. Pretty decent speed, not the best speed, but I can pressure stall, I can defog. It has freeze dry, so that's good. Hurricane, possibly. Well, I'm not... Does it get Wish? I don't know if it gets Wish or not. No, it doesn't get Wish. I don't know why I thought it gets Wish. I mean, it gets Roost, obviously. It also gets Heal Bell, I believe. Yes, it does get Heal Bell, so I can do that if I really wanted to. It also gets Aurora Veil, but I don't plan on doing anything with that. I'll have to heckin' run Hail just to do that. But yeah, it's pretty bulky on the especially defensive side, 125. So I could use it as a especially defensive wall if I really wanted to. But yeah, Articuno, nothing too crazy, just use it for an Ice type. Another ground immunity. Hurricanes, Heal Bell, Defog, Pressure Stall. It can put in work, That, my last type, my last Pokemon on my team, I didn't have a Poison type. I don't have a Poison type yet. So I chose my Poison type to be Garbodor. I wanted Weezing as my Poison type. But once again, I had to be weary of the points. So I went Garbodor, but Garbodor isn't that bad. It can also be a defensive wall. A pretty decent defensive wall. It has Toxic Spikes, so I now have every hazard that I can use besides Sticky Webs, but I have literally the fastest Pokemon in the draft, so I don't have to worry about that. I think my speed tiers are great. It just really sucks that I don't have priority. Yeah, Garbodor. My Poison check, and as my Poison type, T-Spikes. I can set up T-Spikes. I can get rid of T-Spikes on my field. I can run Rocky Helmet, Black Sludge. It has decent cover. I think it gets Stomp and Tantrum. It gets Drain Punch. I don't think it gets any other fighting move. But yeah, it gets Aftermath too. So Aftermath, Rocky Helmet. It can do things. Obviously not going to come to every game. Pyroar, Articuno, Garbodor. I definitely don't see coming to every game. Rhydon might come to pretty much most games if I really did, unless I really didn't want rocks. But Pyroar, Articuno, Garbodor, definitely my 3 least effective mons. My other mons are just definitely pretty heck useful to me. But yes, that is my team for the SDL. If I didn't say what SDL meant either, it means Sunshine Draft League. The league that the division that I'm in is called the Sunshine Division, then the lower one is called the Horizon Division, I believe. So yes, I should be doing my first battle on Thursday. This Thursday. It's Tuesday right now. So yeah, excited for that. The person I'm facing, if you want to talk about insane teams, this person that I'm facing has Meganatal, Blaziken, and Mega Alakazam. Like, just those 3 mods alone on just one team is absolutely insane. So my team doesn't look nearly as exciting if you get to when you look at that person's mons. But I'm confident I can pull a W, so hopefully I can. So, leave a like if you're excited for the Draft League, and hit that subscribe button if you're new, and I'll see you in the next episode. I'm Sly Guy, this is bye-bye.